Government has declared May, the Workers' Month, as the month to showcase the work of the Department of Employment and Labour. The month starts as usual with the international celebration of May 1st, marked for over a century to recognize the workers' struggles for the basic labor rights and safe, decent conditions of work. For the department, we will also be hosting the Elijah Baha'i Memorial Lecture to mark 30 years of democracy and to recognize the role of organized labor in the struggle for democratic, human, and labor rights. During May, the department and its entities will showcase its work in a number of areas in relation to job retention and creation, the work of the department's public employment services, the UIF Labor Activation Program, the CCMA, and Productivity South Africa. In relation to social protection, the Compensation Fund and the UIF, supporting the sick, injured, and unemployed workers and women on maternity leave. In relation to safe, healthy, and decent working conditions, the occupational health and safety regulations, and the work of the labor inspectors. In relation to conditions of employment, the enforcement of the Basic Conditions of Employment Act and the National Minimum Wage, introduced in 2019. The latter immediately improved the conditions of some 6 million vulnerable workers. In relation to the transformation of the workplace to become truly inclusive, the introduction of the guidelines to eliminate violence and harassment in the workplace, and the strengthening of the employment equity regulations to encourage employers to make workplaces reflective of the population as a whole in terms of race, gender, and disability. In relation to the strengthening of the collective bargaining and the workers' rights, the operation of the Labour Relations Act, and the establishment of the robust system of industrial relations, as well as the work of the CCMA in supporting the system and facilitating the settlement of disputes. The bargaining system also underpins a much broader system of social dialogue to address wider societal issues led by NETLEC and recognized for best practice globally. It was in NETLEC that we developed an all-of-society response to COVID-19 pandemic. So, in this month of May, as usual, we mark the Workers' Day and the historical role of labor movement throughout the world. We also take the opportunity to celebrate 30 years of democracy here in South Africa, recognizing the achievement of the raft of labor legislation and protections, which give labor a real voice, protect the rights of the workers, and take forward our goal of decent work for all. There is much at stake here, which needs to be conserved and safeguarded for the future generations of the workers.